Welcome to the COMiX Newswire, covering all the things turning pages and heads in the comic book industry. We're going to pass the show over to our anchors so they can tell you what's going on and keep you in the know. Mr. Anderson is the unboxable advocating creator known as the iN-DEE Comics Devil, who will tempt you with his devilish tales of fetish, monsters, and more. He is the giver of free hugs and spanks, and he is a partner in Continuum Comics. Check out everything Anderson at chainlinks.site. Welcome to it, guys. This is In to Know. We're going to get you into know of everything going on in the comics market and the industry itself in 15 minutes. We're already a minute in, so let's get right to it and right to the point, shall we? Welcome to it. Let's check out what's causing waves and exciting fans in the comics industry and its market via the top headlines. This is things that we picked out that we thought you should know, including Encore Gold, The Art of Liam Sharp. If you don't know who he is, you got to give him a Google. An amazing creator, an amazing book. I've seen this Kickstarter. It looks amazing. This is Pride Month. We're very excited about the fact that we actually can celebrate a month of Pride. We hope, of course, that there's one day where sexuality, no matter what it is considered all okay. There's no backlash and all that. We've made great strides. This is a good moment. 8 comic books in honor of Pride. I'm very proud of this. I'm very proud to call myself an ally. And I'm happy to see this have happened in my lifetime. So this is exciting. I'm also excited about the next show I'm going to be attending, but you're going to have to stay tuned to find out more. We'll have the forecast at the end of the show. Pat McGreal, Eisner-nominated Vertigo Disney Comics writer, passes away. We're going to talk more about Scrooge McDuck in just a few minutes. Our condolences go out to the family, colleagues, and friends of Pat. And, of course, we've lost a great creator. You'll know why in a few minutes more, but definitely a sad passing. Heroics Comics has some good news, though, to bring the tempo up. We're going to get an angel to watch over Heroics. That's right. As we expand to Continuum Comics, we're getting this amazing work from Peterson and his team to join us. It's going to be an 8-page short from the Angel of Sadhill. Look forward to it. We'll be giving you information next week and actually dropping more information over the weekend about what else is going to be in the Heroics book, so stay tuned. Lunar Distribution has some problems and some good news. They're getting a bigger warehouse, a new warehouse, but this transition is going to cause some delays for 3 weeks. So you should not see a actual stoppage of regular every weekly titles from DC, but there could be some other things that you've ordered that might not show up. Go to bleedingcool.com for the full story, which you can find on our site, comicboogadvocates.com, under our Comics Newswire, which you can also find comicsnewswire.com. And here the Pride Month is in previews, but also our creators. Make sure you're checking out previews this month and going to your local comic book shop and ordering the books that you find attractive to your fandom. Make sure that you're also checking out our Twitter handle. Follow it. It's in previews. It's just for that. It's just going to be about things in previews and previewing a couple Kickstarters just to keep some content in the middle of the month so it's not a dead thing every time this drops. We're going to have it very limited. One of the things isn't limited is Ruben Romero presents The Illusion Witch. And I don't know why it's not showing the preview. It's got amazing art in it. You're going to want to check it out. Go over to Kickstarter right now. Look this up. The Illusion Witch, Book 1 of 2. The adventure continues. An illusionist is pulled into a world of fantasy and magic to fulfill her destiny as an all-powerful sorceress. And one thing, I'm not a sorceress, but I am motivational. Or at least I try to be, and that's what I'm doing this. MrAnderson.com is going to give you guys motivational moments. I want to help bring everyone up. I've said it today on social media. We're not going through a restart. We're going through a reset culturally. So we're going to have to rise together. So I want you guys to show me things that you think inspire healing, inspire people, inspire learning, inspire growth, and inspire rising and rising up. The difference being you rise by yourself, you rise up with people. Mental health things, anything that can help motivate people and help us evolve into better people. Please share that with me and I'll put it on my site. I think this is important at this point. Really, really good interview just went down with Mike Dulce of Sire Studios, talking about making comics and Kickstarter from the Comics Newswire. It's on our site, but it's from comicbookschool.com itself. They did an amazing job. Go over to their YouTube channel right now and subscribe to it. This was an amazing interview. Buddy Scalera did an amazing job. Dee did a great job producing it. Really, it was a great video. A lot of Kickstarter knowledge got dropped. It felt like almost a backer pause thing without the video. It was really informative. I really dug sitting in and watching it. Comic book publisher Dark Horse enters the developmental game. That's right. Dark Horse will be developing their own properties going forward. This is brought to us by ibtimes.com, and this is exciting news if you're a Dark Horse fan, especially Hellboy. We might be seeing maybe a video game coming our way soon, so pay attention to that. Of course, we just talked about this. It's now live. You don't got to wait for it anymore. It's there. Vlogumentary. This is brought to us by our good friends at Catch the Crazy, Vera Sam. They went back to a show, and they actually did a vlog about it. I love this. I can't wait to see more of things like this. Definitely check it out, and when you check it out, you're going to have that video. Subscribe to their channel. They're definitely doing some great, interesting stuff. Speaking of interesting stuff, this is coming to us from Image Comics. It's Old Head. I know that sounds weird, but hold on. It's Space Jam meets Fright Night in the forthcoming Old Head original. This is directly from imagecomics.com. Check it out. Christmas is in July, so let's have Halloween in June, shall we? Coming soon to Kickstarter, Book of Legend from the Comics Newswire. So this is pretty cool. I think this is something you're going to want to check out. That's why I put it here. Looks interesting. I'm not going to give too much away because I want you to go look at it. Go check it out right now. Click the link and subscribe to be notified when it goes live. Aftershock Comics exclusive preview brought to us by monkeysfightingrobots.co, Nuclear Family number 5. Check out whether or not skin and bones, but just bones. It's back. Heroes for Kids Comic Con has been rescheduled to July 21. This is brought to us by KFVS12.com. Some exciting news. More cons are coming back. This is going to be happening in Indiana, Perryville, Indiana. So if this is a great charitable convention, definitely worth checking out if you're in that area. And of course, social distance and wear a mask if they ask you to. Excuse me. Aaron gave me a shout out with all the great Scoop creators behind the frontiers. Here we go. Got a friend making comics work. Check it out. Cat Dad and Supermom, a great comic for kids and a great read. Has a short in there, and so do some other amazing characters in there. Check it out. Soulstream, Chipper, and Chipper's in there, and Super Cats is in there. And I forgot the name of the green guy, but all of them look amazing. I can't wait to get my copy. I went to a local comic book shop, make sure I got me a comic book coming today. That's in previews right now. Check it out. Previews code 21111, and it's in previews on our Twitter, the rest of that code. And actually, just because it's important, let's make sure we get that code right. Oops. You hate when that happens. Here we go. 211, still not showing it. This is not helpful. Here it is. 211763. There we go. The premiere issue of the All Ages magazine. Each Scoot Frontiers is designed to be a standalone, supersized, spectacular. Highlight Scoot's favorites in comic book stories and prose. Plus, there are activity pages, puzzles, games, coloring pages, and more. Misfit Clubhouse and Super Cats make their first Scoot appearances. Adventures of Byron, that was who we were missing. Soulstream, Cat Dad and Supermom, Senge and Tabone, Wild Bull and Chipper, Action Tank, and more, packed with original material and fun for the whole family. Get this, it's going to be in shops in August, just in time for my birthday. Make it a gift for you on my birthday. So get your copy today at your local comic book shop. DC Comics is celebrating Pride Month as well with this amazing cover, and they've got some great stuff coming out this month. Definitely check in with DC Comics and see what they've got for Pride Month, and just in general. They've been on fire a little bit lately with their whole new DC Infinityverse, so I'm pretty excited about that. And I'm also excited about CB Zane as he presents us the Mighty Might. That's right, the littlest wonder of the world is now on Kickstarter, back at today. Press release: Skybound Entertainment partners with Amit Publishing and new Lego comic book deal. This is actually involving Image Comics too. It's got great companies coming together. I think this might be the wave of the future. Companies working together to get to a goal. Imagine that cooperation to an ends to a mean to get things to work. We refer all creators to comic book attorney and business consultants for legal assistance. That is directly from Comic Book Advocates. If you have a legal issue or want to get consulting or an attorney for consultant stuff, please use this comic book attorney and business consultant for legal assistance. This is Gamal Hennessy. Amazing. We cannot, that's the person we are referring to. We've been asked for years who we refer to. We finally teamed up with someone, so you guys have now an opportunity. DC Comics' latest Batman Fortnite issue offers free Deathstroke glider. Comic books and video games teaming up and giving you content in both ways. That's what I'm talking about. Look at this amazing cover. Mara and Max comic book. The Blank comic book series continues. This is from Keith. We added on backer paws. Looks amazing. The art is beautiful. Something that might not be totally beautiful, but amazing, will be a new vision of Venom. What's that mean? Well, you're going to have to check out what's going on. This is directly from Marvel as Al Ewing, Ram V, and Brian Hitch unite for a new vision of Venom. Oh my. Check out this X-Men a homage cover from our good friend Robert Molitari, who has a new Night Wolf issue number 5 on Kickstarter right now, and you can get that via that. There's going to be a Lego Con. That's right. Lego announced its first ever Lego convention. How interesting is that? It's almost as interesting as me being on TikTok. That's right. In 1 minute, I bring you comic industry news. Things like EU Monitor Publications Limited resume Tessa and Luca comic book series. This is an interesting thing. You got to check it out. It's from kmf.co.ug. International news worth listening to. Just because Father's Day is coming up, 9 comic book characters who are bad fathers. Oh, man, when you read it, you'll be like, yeah, that is it. Here, if you're a Donny Cates fan, by the way, that was brought to us by CBR. If you're a Donny Cates fan, him and Ryan Oatley are taking over the Hulk this November. Oh, I see big changes coming to the Hulk. Remember I told you we would talk about the Scrooge thing? Scrooge McDuck is not your average Disney duck. He actually started in a comic book. The creator who passed away just today was behind bringing Scrooge McDuck, that we wouldn't have DuckTales without him. So that's how important it was. Check out this article from ScreenRant.com. Some more sad news. David Anthony Kraft, comic book writer and chronicler, dies at 68. Very sad news. This is brought to us by New York Times. And if you're in the Hillard police, Hillard, Ohio, police are looking for a suspect. $1,000 in comic book theft. Help us get this bad guy where he belongs, in the supervillain prison. This is brought to us by NBC4i.com. And it's the Star Wars comic just reunited 2 iconic characters. Who's that? Well, you're going to have to go to dessert.com to find out. And Howard Chaykin is going to be having an amazing sit-down, a talent talk tomorrow. It's going to be at 4 p.m. I think there's a couple tickets left. If you're watching this live or watching this early before it goes down on June 4th at 6 p.m., well, you're going to be in for a treat. He's got a great resume, someone you want to listen to. I'm going to be lucky enough to be attending. I can't wait. Speaking of things I can't wait for, the Invincible Red Sonja comic book preview, and FlickeringMyth.com has shown me that I might be getting into Red Sonja very soon. The Belfast Comic Book Shop, creating a community around geek culture. This was an amazing read from belfastlive.co.uk. Check it out. It shows that comics matter internationally as well as domestically. Indie Comics Spotlight from sci-fi.com about a pro wrestler, gamer, and comic book artist. What's this all about? Well, you're going to have to check it out. It's Michael Mulapalawa, a.k.a. Bloody Samoan, is having the time of his life. Check it out right now. Spider-Man original voice actor Paul Solis dies at 90. And if you are an original Spider-Man animated fan, this is sad news. You're going to have to go out and watch that show tonight. Justice League, WB reportedly didn't understand The Flash. And that explains so much. You can't really make a movie if you don't understand things about it, and this has to do with his time traveling moment within the Justice League release. And we're going to get on to our forecast right now. 15 minutes, you guys. Now you're in to know. So what we're going to do is we're going to move over and we're going to start up. Here you go. Now you're in to know. So we're going to move over to our forecast section. So 15 minutes, we gave you that. Now we're going to go over to do our forecast for you guys, which has already been recorded. So here you go, guys. Thank you for tuning in this evening. It's time to get back to Comic-Cons. Check out the COMiX Con Forecast given to you by comicbookadvocates.com and in association with conventionscene.com as we give you all the amazing Comic Cons that are back that you can go to. So watch the show and plan your trips. Pack your bags and get ready to hit the COMiX Con Highway. All right, let's get into it this weekend. This is going to be for June 4th through the 6th. Chris Madd will be at Garden State Comic Fest. That's going to be going down in Jersey. And if you're going to be in Georgia this Saturday from 10 to 4, you can see J.R. Mounts at the Middle Georgia Comic-Con and ask him what lingers in the shadows. Our extended forecast reaching into next weekend shows us that in Florida, Central Florida Comic-Con will be taking place. I'll be there. I'll be there with my partner from Continuum Comics, Mike Seeley, who will be talking about Continuum and actually showing off a cover for the upcoming Heroics launch. So you're definitely going to want to see that. That's going to be going on next weekend as well. Steel City Comic-Con. Henri is going to be there the 11th through the 13th. I'll be back at panels, including Comic Book Advocates Presents the In and Outs, Building Your Comic Book Network, Comics in Kids' Hands, all going to be going down as panels. First time in over a year I get to do panels at a show. Very excited about that, so tune in. We don't have a lot from our actual affiliate convention scene. A couple shows still trying to figure out where they're going to wind up going. Make sure that you email us where you're going to be at comicsnewswire@yahoo.com so we can get you on the show. We'll see you on the COMiX Con Highway, and let's get back to conning around.